Hello everyone, welcome back. And in this episode here, um, I got something for Christmas here, and I'm seeing this light blink, which I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's a light that this camera can pick up, because when I look at it, I don't see any beeping lights, but through the camera, it looks like the light is beeping, and I'm not sure if that's part of that might be a gesture, a sensor. Anyways, I didn't realize this is constantly going on, because when I look through my eyes, there's nothing, and then when I look through the camera, there's something here. But this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and if it doesn't look like it, because I bought let me see, a case. There it is. If you can see that, it's an Otter case, the Defender. So it came with a protective screen that's attached to this top frame here, and then there's a rubber, I don't know what to call it, but rubber, some kind of rubber piece that goes around it, and then underneath this rubber piece is another plastic piece like this for the back side. Matter of fact, if I could, let me try to see if I can do this with one hand or not, but I'll pull it out here for just a minute. But what I like about it is you get I got this clip here, and it acts as a stand, so I can, watch whatever, YouTube or Netflix. But it's also a clip. There we go. So it's also a clip, and to make it stand, you just push on it and it snaps into place, and it's a clip or a stand. So that's what I got for the case. But here, let me see if I can actually show you. Okay, there it is. So it just simply just snaps into place, snaps in, and here's a little plastic piece right here. You can see the plastic piece in the back, this is a plastic piece that goes around on the back side, and then this rubber piece goes over that, and got space for the camera. So it's not bad. I like this is how thick it is, and of course, if you know what the Galaxy 3 Note, the original dimensions, it's smaller than this. It's smaller than the Galaxy 2, but if I put all this together, it's quite thick, but at the same time, it's still manageable. So it's not that bad. So I hardly ever take it out of the actual clip here of the holder. That's just the way I like it. So I could do different things. Anyways, let's get this thing started. So there's two buttons here. This one is the turn the screen off, and also power down or whatever else. So clicking that will turn the screen on, and I didn't put a SIM card in it, and I can make emergency calls only. I'm not using this as a phone. I'm using it simply as a tablet. This is about the size of a tablet that I'm okay with, about this size. So let's take a look, shall we? Okay, so we'll take a look at, this is the first time I've ever used a new generation of smartphones. My original smartphone that I used back in 2000, it was back in 2000, and just to give an idea of a phone size. So okay, anyways, this is my hand, and this is the size of the phone. So it's about the size of an average person's hands. I'm about 6 foot tall, so this kind of gives you an idea. It's my hand. Okay. Anyways, back in 2000, I originally got a Pocket PC phone. They call them Pocket PCs. HP made a whole bunch of those. They made one that actually you could put a SIM card in and was a phone. And it was about, I would say about, it was about this big and about almost the same, very close to the same width. But it was only about, I would say about this big. And it came with a stylus, which this too comes with a stylus. You can see back here. And what I like is you can still have access to it, even though you got the clip on the back, the holder, the clip, and the holder. Even though you could put it back in there, and then I can still have access to it. You kind of have to reach and use your fingernail, but I like the stylus, and that's the main reason why I got the Galaxy Note 3 compared to all the other Galaxy Notes or Galaxy S3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. Just because of this little thing. And I only use it maybe about 10% of the time. So it's not like I use this. I still use, my finger to, move stuff around, do this kind of stuff and whatever, this kind of stuff. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can't get any more of these pages. I think 7's the max, but oh well. That's fine. And this concept of moving around in pages is new, but I've gotten used to it. I think it's a great function. But once in a while, I like to draw or just write something down real quick. And there's an app for it right here. Sometimes I also like to draw things. And I have to say, using a stylus pen versus your finger, because there's some tablets, I don't understand this, but there's tablets and touch screens and phones that almost are the size of a tablet that don't come with any stylus, but I love it. So you could, this is a little widget here, but sometimes I don't need to write something down like words. Sometimes I like to draw, draw a little note, draw a picture, have some ideas about a concept. So the concept of a pen, pencil, and paper still hasn't changed, in my opinion. A simple something to write and something to write with is, I think, greatly it's not thought of as important anymore. But in reality, it's probably the most important thing you can ever do with your life is take a writing utensil onto something that you could write to transfer your ideas. So what I like about this is that I can just draw a stupid little silly picture. I don't know, I'm just making a circle with an X in it. But the point is I can draw something that I can't really put into words, an idea, a concept, a shape of design, maybe a rough sketch of a mechanical drawing of some sort. This could be a disc with 4 plates, I don't know. But the concept, what I'm trying to say is that it's and another thing I really like that you can't do with the finger, but with the pen, is I like to hover over things and I want to know what the hell it does. So that's another thing about what I like about the pen, is that, oh, okay, that's what this does. Oh, that's what this does. And oh, that's what this does. Because you can't do it with the finger. You can't hover your finger over it and go, what does this do? I don't know, but let's find out. And it turns out it's something you don't want to do. I don't want to save this, but I would. I'll close it. And of course, for people who already know their programs, it would be like duh, But at the same time, every time you open a new app or a new something, um, all those buttons they do different things. So another thing about this is the pen. I love the pen a lot. So and that's why I love the Galaxy Note 3 in particular. Plus this larger screen, newer model. It's a little bit skinnier, so putting on all this stuff makes it almost look like just a regular tablet. So as far as weight, it is heavy, but at the same time it's not that heavy. You know, I mean, I could hold it with one hand for a very long time. I'll often use the backside as a way to grip it, kind of like this. You know, I'll be able to grip it. You could turn this. What really makes it work for me is the OtterBox. So, excuse me. So, so I like to sometimes grab it like this. Look at it. I could turn it sideways. Again, grabbing it like this. Another thing I like to do is, you know, I like to have this out, so I can, you know, just have it like this at any time, so I can just watch it. But at the same time, it also works really great as a way to just grab this thing. Makes it a little bit more convenient to grab it. Also, a little bit way to hold it as well. I kind of like to hold it like this. That way, you know, I could just, you know, turn it down without worrying about if it's, you know, it just feels more supported when I feel like holding it. So as far as functionality, I'm not going to get into details of how you use this thing. I think if you know how to use a computer, you can use one of these. So what I think about it, I think it's great. I don't use this as a phone, as you've already noticed. I don't have my SIM card in here because I'm using my my phone as my phone. I didn't want to put a phone in this. This is strictly going to be used as a tablet. So if you look here, no SIM card, emergency calls only. So I can still get a phone call. But the amazing thing is, this still has a GPS device, so you can still use it as GPS. There's apps in there that will locate you, which you can still do that. Another feature that I really like about this, and it's the if you go into the apps, I think this will come with it, and it's free, so you don't even have to worry about it. But let me see if I can find it. It's called Lockout, and basically it backs up your stuff. It checks uploads, files, and, you know, lets you know all that. But most importantly, not only does that, but it will find your device, and you can lock your device. You can wipe your device if it gets stolen. If you have kids, they might lose their devices. Works on a tablet as well. You can go on your computer right here, this thing, and then also look up where your device is. If you lost your device, you can actually make it ring without calling. You can make a beeping noise without having to call for any reason. So this comes with it. It's free. I highly recommend signing up on this. And another thing I do use this for is it is also my authenticator, as you see here. So it authenticates, and it changes. It changes. I don't know how many every seconds, but the code changes every time. So if you're logged into something with your password, username, password, and just in case anybody saw it, there's a third. Not only do you have to log in with your username and password, but you need the authenticator to give you 6 numbers to put in every time you log in. So it's a secure way to prevent someone from hacking into your accounts, which seems to be um, very common. People hacking into emails or whatever. But it comes loaded with apps. You can download apps, and since I'm not using this as a phone, I've loaded my since this is Android, mostly it's Google Apps, but apparently you can call if you have an internet connection with your Google Voice account. You can actually text, so it just seems to all work together. If you get if you're a big Google, you know, supporter and a big Google fan, this is probably any device that has Android or whatever. What do they call it? Their software, KitKat or Jelly Bean. I don't really care if it works. You can call it anything, but it seems to work. You know, I would say ideally smoother if you use the Google with this device. So, anyways, I've only had it for about like a week, basically since Christmas, and I'm really enjoying this. Let me see here. Let's just get an idea of the browsers. I'm sorry. So browser, again, I'm using Google Chrome, so it just seems to work smoothly with it. You know, I get my news. Of course, I've been into get my mail. Just let that load up. Of course, you also know I'm getting into Bitcoins, which I'll do an episode on that. More another Bitcoin chart. So that's that, and it works really good. I mean, if you look at, you can actually, this is a mobile. You can request a mobile site or a. If you're wondering what's happening, it's really turning yellow. Everything's turning yellow here. It's being updated, I guess. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Interesting. Yeah, these things are being updated, and that's why they're flashing yellow. So the price of these things, anyways. Okay. So it works really good, and then on top of that, you got a pull-down menu to do everything. So, anyways, let's go back to this. There's the camera. This is a camera, and some of these are sensors and speakers, light indicators. There's a camera in the back. There's some more stuff here. A speaker, your stylus pin, and this little hole. I don't know if you can all see that, but I noticed they leave little holes here and here, and on top. And I think they're either the soft reset buttons or hard reset buttons. And you know, the thing about what I've noticed on this is the internet connections are sometimes slow. So the internet connections that I get on this are sometimes slow, even though I'm using my Wi-Fi. I'm using only Wi-Fi because I have no phone network on this. But sometimes it's slow. I'll like, try to open a browser. It'll take a while to load up. That's the only thing I kind of don't like about it. Most of my apps are free, so I listen to a lot of Slacker and then iTunes Radio. But sometimes they don't come out really great all that time. The Netflix comes out wonderful if you get a good connection. Netflix comes out wonderful. Let's just let's pick a video. This is just a widget. Okay, let's just pick pick a video and we'll see how it comes out. See how long it takes. Well, looks like it's taking forever. Oh, okay, like that happens a lot. You know, I have, this is my house Wi-Fi, and you know, look at the bars I have. The bars are completely full, and yeah, okay, now it's coming out. See, not too bad, not too bad. Let's see if I turn it sideways here. There we go. See, stopped on me. So if you know, not too bad. Here's the headphones here. I usually put them on. Okay, just wanted to show you, but pretty decent. I have Netflix on this as well, and it comes out pretty well in streaming. Overall, I like it. The size is kind of big, but I'm not going to use this as a phone until my phone dies. I don't know if I'll ever use it as a phone, but as long as I have internet connection, I'm using these applications here on the bottom to make phone calls and voice phone calls and text messages, and you know, my Gmail and whatever app else I have. Oh yeah, on this side here, there's your volume button. So you simply push up here, and the volume button, push it down, it goes down. So, and it works with this nice Otter case. And that's it. And then you got your your back buttons, your menu button. I think this is a home button right here. Probably can't quite see it yet. And so that also is well designed into the case, so you can still push your buttons without actually ever touching the buttons, ironically. So let's just go over some of the things that I've done as far as widgets. And you know, there's so much out there. You know, you can almost set up any of these pages the way you want. I got a little home. This is part of a Google map, and it's already pre-assigned an address, which is my house. And so wherever I am, if I need to go home, I just push that button and it'll open up the program, and the GPS will kick in, and it'll tell me how to get home. So all these devices are already GPS enabled. You don't have to have a phone service. And even if you don't, like I said here, even if you don't, you see here it says no SIM card. I can still make emergency calls. You're still being tracked by GPS. You know, I've loaded up a lot of apps that I've given permission to access my network, my location, all sorts of stuff. Sometimes I have a little fear that maybe, you know, someone's accessing my device and they're able to see me. They know where I am. They can listen to my conversation. They can see me, and you know, there's a camera in the back here. They could see the other side of the camera, so they may get a visual on that. They definitely know my location. It's like GPS tracked. You know, I hear a lot of news coming out about the NSA, you know, collecting data, and supposedly they don't listen to phone calls or messages and whatnot. But I always had a sneaky suspicion that the technology is available to do those things. To basically, obviously, everyone has, all devices now have GPS receivers on them. And, you know, it's not that difficult. You know, the chip is, I don't know, it's really small. It just receives a GPS signal. What gives away your location is the actual device will transmit that location somewhere. You know, it can, you know, it tells you, obviously you're looking at the screen, but it can also be that information can be transmitted to somebody else, like the NSA. Anyways, if you're worried about that, I don't know how you can get around it. It's a trade-off. You know, I'm getting a lot of free apps, and the trade-off is I get to utilize those apps. In return, I'm giving them permission to have access to my network and all this other stuff. Probably give them access to my device. Who knows? You know, I'm not a criminal in any way. I don't do anything wrong, so I don't have anything to worry about. But at the same time, it's intrusive on my privacy. But who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I'm not sure. So, but anyways, I think I talked long enough. So this is my Samsung Galaxy. I want to do a review on it, kind of show you how I have mine set up. This is not a phone per se. It's more of a tablet for me. The only reason I bought it is because it's small. It might become my next phone. I just have to get a new SIM card. The SIM cards are smaller in this, so if you have an older phone and you think you can just buy the device and then at any time just swap out the SIM card to use this phone and put your other SIM card back into your old phone, that was one of the things I was thinking about. You can't do it. This takes a smaller SIM card. I heard you can get an adapter to use with your older phone, but I think this is big enough as a tablet. So this is really something I use as my tablet, not really as my phone. If I can, I would, I could use it as a phone, but for me, it just doesn't work out. Anyways, I'm really happy. I've been holding out despite all the iPhones and any of the iPads. I never really liked Apple. You know, I have nothing against Apple. I just never liked using Apple or any of its products. Just didn't fit with the way I operate. Another thing is, what I like about this is I'm used to a lot of the older Pocket PCs, and you know, if you use them a lot of the memory on the programs, or some of the programs just suck up memory, and you know, you don't want your device being slowed down by programs you don't use, because you open them and you know, there's really no way of closing them per se. So I have this little app here, Active Apps, and one thing I learned about using some of the older devices like the Pocket PCs and everything was that software programs take up memory. So every once in a while, you know, I just want to close these down. For this one, I just go ahead and just clear everything, clear the memory. Just gives me the option of clearing the memory. And look at that. Some RAM space is available. And now it allows, see, it goes back to 0. Doesn't mean I lose my place or I lost information. It just means the program isn't running. So if I go to my Google Chrome, there we go. See, it just refreshes. That's all it does. There's my mail. Just refreshes. That's all it does. It doesn't close the windows out. So there we go. Anyways, I like it. It works for me. And I'll maybe do some updates on why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, just to give you some more information. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this helps. Sorry I don't have any coupons for this. Usually I love, you know, offering coupons, giving people a special deal, but it's just my take on this. And if this is something you're considering, I would say do it. I've been on the sidelines for a very long time, and finally just said, all right, I think there's enough devices out there that are, I usually wait until like a couple years before I actually buy a new device, because you never know. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and in some of my later episodes, if you haven't already seen, I'll be doing some talking about Bitcoin, something I've gotten into. If anyone's interested in that, I guess stay tuned. Matter of fact, one of my other apps here, I'm so into Bitcoin, I mean, I cannot. There you go. There's a nice little widget which gives me the prices, a map, and I can actually click it. It gives you an option of, excuse me, if you, what the hell's going on? This is so strange. Weird. Anyways, it shows me a map. I have some other prices from a different widget, so I just get a comparison. So anyways, I'll do some episodes on that, and stay tuned, everyone. Until then, see you all next time. Bye.